So good afternoon once again. Welcome to our class. Our lesson for this afternoon will be talking about the lesson 2.1 about problem solving strategies. So once again, I am Raymond Ikesama from the Department of Mathematics and Physics. I am your instructor in mathematics in the modern world. Our learning outcomes for this afternoon will be aiming to target three outcomes. First is to define what a problem is. Second, enumerate and discuss the families of the problem. Lastly, you should be able to apply the different problem solving strategies or heuristics, right? So these are the three outcomes that we have to understand or learn this afternoon. Okay, to start with, a problem is a condition that challenges the learner to find a resolution and for which the road to the answer is not instantly known. So in most cases, if we encounter, no, if we encounter problem, there are some cases, there are some instances that we can find directly the solution. But in most cases, right, in most cases, we cannot find directly the solution, meaning the answer, no, the answer there is not yet known. You need to study first. You need to read more about the topic. You need to understand more about the topic. Okay, so a question is a problem. No, a question is a problem if the process or method of solution is not directly known but requires applying creativity and previous knowledge in new and unfamiliar situations. So kung mangutana di ay ko ninyo, a question di ay can be considered as a problem. Okay, so a question di ay can be considered as a problem if the process, okay, if the process or method of solution is not directly known. Example, if I'm going to ask you what is the value of x squared, or what is the value of x in the equation x squared plus 2x plus 3 equals 5. So this question is a problem, okay, because the process or the method of the solution is not directly known. You still need to apply creativity and of course to recall, to review your previous knowledge so that you can use that one in these new unfamiliar situations. But on the other hand, if I'm going to ask you, what is your name? Okay, what is your name? This time, this question is not considered as a problem because you already know your name. Okay, it is already given. There's no need for you to apply creativity and previous knowledge because you already know your name. So again, a question may be considered as a problem or may not be considered as a problem, depending if the process or the method of solution is not directly known and requires the application of your creativity. Okay, so problems can be of many types. Okay, so but they require both intellectual and guide activity for answers. Solving, for example, solving a jigsaw puzzle is manual. Are you familiar with the jigsaw puzzle? Like, kana ay mga broken pieces gani na, for example, yan ay anak, yan ay sumpay-sumpay. Are you familiar with that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, for example, solving a jigsaw puzzle is manual but requires dynamic mental insight to place the fragments of puzzles in the correct place. Diba? So, listen kaayo, it will take you time to solve the puzzle because you need to apply your dynamic mental insight for you to be able to place the fragments of these puzzles in the correct place para makuha nimo ang saktong image. So the same is true in solving a math problem. It also requires mental activity. Okay, so but the solvers present the solution on paper using hands and fingers or using pen and paper. Okay, so problems and problem solving, how does the teacher perceive, no, problems and problem solving? Now, teachers often cluster problems by natures and establish to the class how to approach them. So the traditional way, the typical way is that teacher cluster problems by natures and then give examples, present to the class, and then give an assessment, an evaluation, a quiz, an exam pattern to what has been given as an example. That is the typical way, right? So for example, maghatag kong example nga rin yung problem. Kung unsa po daw ako gihatag nga example, probably that would be pattern, no? Kung nga mao na the same problem ang ihatag during the quiz or exam. That's the typical way, the traditional way. But in problem solving, okay, teachers may not do the traditional or the typical way. Okay, so pwede ko maghatag ng example na rin, and then during the exam, muna, there are some cases, or in most cases, students will react, Sir, ma'am, ang imong gihatag nga exam, wa man to sa example. No, dili na siya ako. But, kulang lang ka sa pag-depend sa imong understanding on the examples and on the discussion given by your teachers. Okay, because the teachers cluster the problems by natures, establish in the class how to approach them, and at the same time, naanad ang mga students, naanad ang mga learners to approach the problem the same way sa pag-approach sa teacher. Alright? So, muna ang problem. So, this might include problems dealing with uniform motion, age, mixture, percent, and so on. So, these are referred to as the, rather than the problems, because recognizing the type of problem provides the learner with the path or the method or the process for arriving at the correct answer. So, kung ano ang mahitabo, it is not a problem. Rather, it is only an exercise. Kaya nga naman, kahibaw naman ka sa process. No? Kaya imo lamang isunod ang way sa pag-solve sa teacher. Maura siguro the same sa process ang imo sa teacher. So that way, that problem is an exercise. Okay? The problem that we are talking here is higher, the critical thinking. We are going to use the critical thinking, higher order. Okay? So tagaan kag example, and then imo na i-deepen ang understanding nimo sa context, sa concept, sa topic, base the example, and then don't expect during the exam that the same perfectly 100% the same sa example ang magawa sa exam. You need, again, you still need to recognize the type of problem, the method, the process before arriving at the correct answer. So you need to establish, you need to establish the critical thinking. Okay, so what is problem? A problem, okay, so a problem, okay, is a condition that challenges the learner to find a resolution. Remember na atay prefix nga resolution. Nga naman, because we know that all problems have a solution. Okay? So mo na atay because all you have to do is to recall, to review the solution, because the problem has already have a solution. Na ano siya solution? Ang imo na lang karon is to recall, to find its resolution, and for which the road to the answer is not instantly known. Mo nang dili pa instantly known because there might be some cases nga imo pa i-derive ang formula. You have to recall the formula, you have to know what are the given, what is asking the problem, and so on and so forth. Dili pareha sa mga tanak ko ninyo nga, what is your name? There's no need for a solution for that because you already know your name. Okay? And on the other hand, if the answer or even the process for solving the problem is evident, it is no longer a problem but just an exercise. So let's say for example, muhatag ko ninyo og 2x plus 2 equals 4. No? As an example, unya during sa quiz mohatag gihapon ko ninyo og almost the same ani. For example, ko 3x plus 3 equals 6. So this one is an exercise already because this is only pattern or parallel to what is given previously. Okay? So dili na kailangan nga kanang ato pa critical thinking pa, di pa kailangan mag-apply pa ta sa ato mga imagination or creativity and so on. No, because ato lang siya i-pattern sa kung unsa ang gihatag sa example. Right? So yung ana siya. Nakasunod ba, class?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now let's proceed, no? So a question di ay is a problem if the process or of solution is not directly known. So ako na nag-ingon ganihan, no? Namangutan ako, is a question a problem? The answer is a question a problem? The answer is? Ang answer, yes or no? Hello? Is a question a problem? Yes. Okay, yes. If, okay, ingon ko ganiha, a question is a problem if the process of solution is not directly known and requires you, the student, to apply imagination and creativity. Pero kung mangutan ako, what is your name? How old are you? Where do you live? O kana, given naman. There's no need for you to use your imagination or prior knowledge, di ba? So, in that case, that question is not considered as a problem anymore. Okay? So, to have a problem means to find actions appropriate to attain clearly conceived but not immediately attainable solutions. Mabita na mo research pa ta, mo Google pa ta, no? Para pag-assist, no? Para pag-assist sa ato answer. Our first outcome. Now let's proceed to the second outcome, which is the 3 families of problems. Okay, so there are 3 families of problem. Yes, no. First is what we term as the recreational problems. Okay, so this is the first one, the recreational problems. Kung sa mga recreational problems, this is also known as brain teasers. Ato pa Bisaya, tigmo, tugma, tagna. Okay, these problems usually complex to little formal mathematics, but instead rely on the creativity use of basic strategic principles. Again, some references termed it as brain teasers. Example, what has a head and a tail but no body. What's the answer?
Coin.
Coin. Yes, that's correct. Another one. What has an eye but cannot see? What has an eye but cannot see?
Needle, sir.
Needle, or sometimes pwede tawagin ng pineapple. Diba? A pineapple has many eyes or has an eye but it cannot see. Pwede po needle. Right? So these are example of recreational problems. From the word recreation, murag lingaw-lingaw. Okay? Brain teasers. Trivia questions. Okay? The second one is the contest problems. So they are usually encountered during formal exams with time limits, like mga quiz bee, spelling bee, quiz show, term exams, quizzes, entrance exam, scholarship exams, and so on. No, naa sila yung mga limits, mga time limits. So these are example of contest problems. Can you follow?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
number 3. The third and the last family of problem is the open-ended problems. So these are mathematical situations that are sometimes vaguely worded and possibly have many solutions. So dili necessarily nga word ni siya or text, pwede mga figures, mga patterns, okay? And have possibly many solutions. Okay, so pwede ang ako solution, lahi sa imo, lahi sa iya. Na siya possible solution as long as wala ka nag-violate sa iya rules or conditions. Example, ano siya? Arrange all 12 numbers from 1 to 12 in the box below without being close to the numbers that follow or precede them. Bot pasabot, ato daw i-arrange si 1 to 12 nga dili magtapad, no, dili magtapad horizontally, dili magtapad vertically, dili pod magtapad diagonally. Okay? So dili pwede nga, for example, okay? For example, nagutang ka diha og 1, dili pwede diha si 2. Tapad man sila. Dili pwede diha si 2. Dili pwede diha si 2, no? Kay nagtapad man. Dapat lagyo sila. Okay? So let's try to answer this one. You have try also this one in your ano diha in your house. Okay? So let's say for example, ako mag-answer ko nga rin. Probably my answer would be different to yours. So for example, magutang ko diha 1. Okay? Then ako ibutang nga rin ang 2. Pwede ba si 2 na ako ibutang diha?
Yes, sir. Kaya mo
Yes. Okay, lagyo. Pwede na ako ibutang si 3. Dili pwede ibutang si 4, 4, 4, 4. Dili pwede kitang tapad. So pwede kang ibutang nga rin ni 4. Then, dili pwede si 5, 5, 5, 5. Kana diha, dili pwede. Dili kang ibutang nga rin ni 5. Then, 6. Then, 7. Then, 8. Then, 9. Pwede nga rin. And then, dili pwede nga rin si 10. No, kay tapad. So, hindi pwede si 10 diha si 9. So, ate ibutang, baylo na to. So, pwede nga rin si 10 siguro. Nga si 8. Meron na to si A. Dili pwede si 8. Dili pwede si 8 nga rin. Okay, so pwede si 8 diha Okay. Tapos, ibutang to si 7 here. Tapos nga rin, dili pwede si 6. Oh. Erase. Erase. Okay, erase ata, erase, erase. Okay na, dili pwede. No? So let's try again. How about, sorry. Let's try here 1. So meron tayong butang si 1. Then 2 here. Okay. Lagyan natin butang para sigurado 3. Then pwede nga rin si 4. And then pwede nga rin si 5. Then 6. Pwede, di ba? Dili man nagsunod si 4 o si 6. 7, okay, lagyo na sa 6 at 7, then 8, okay, and then 9 here, then we can also write 10 here, di pwede si 11 diha, kay tapad sila, so marin na lang si 11, then 12. Okay, so naabay nagtapad? Naabay nagtapad?
Ang kanang 1 og 2, sir.
Ha?
1 og 2. Kuan sila, horizontal.
Wala man sila nagtapad, kay naaman si 9, naamay interval nga 9.
Uh,
So kung ano si 2 ka na, dili pwede. Tapad man sila. So kani dili man sila tapad kay naaman si 9 diha nag-atang. Okay, so nakuha ba class?
Yes, sir.
sir.
Okay, so this one is another solution. So probably you have there your own solution there for as long as dili magtapad ang nagsulod nga number. So this is an example of an open-ended questions. Again, what are those three families? Una, so una. Ito tayo first. We have the recreational. Kalimutan mo. Okay.
Asian
Then contest.
Contest problem and open-ended kuan.
Okay, open-ended. Unsay laing term ni recreational?
Like teaser.
Unsay other term ni recreational?
Brain teaser, sir.
Brain teasers. That's correct. Brain teasers. Okay. Right. So let's proceed now to our last topic, which is the common types of problems. Okay. So we have four common types of problems. Una, we have the arrangement problems. Okay. These problems require recognition and transformation to solve. Example, Kanisha, this is an example of what?
Recreational, sir.
This is the,
Jigsaw.
yes, this is the jigsaw puzzle. Normally mga broken pieces. Another, Kanisha, is an example of a word puzzle. Okay? Sometimes, kanang crossword puzzle, makabantay mo kanang nasa likod sa newspaper or sa magazine. Yan na yung mga clues. Nakakita na mo, Ana?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
so those are examples of crossword puzzles and that belongs to arrangement problems. So imo i-arrange sila. Okay? So these problems require condition and transformation to solve. Number two is the transformation problem. Okay? These problems require trial and error and sequential steps to solve. Example, ang kanang maze. Ini siya. So mag-start ta daw mari, dapat maka-start ta mari, dapat niya ma-end ta mari. So let's say for example, nga ta mara. Okay, so end, dead end. So therefore, erase. Try so erase ka, erase. Dili mo yung answer. So mo try na pud ka, another. Okay, and tapod ka diha antod nga makuha nimo ang end gara. So this is an example of a transformation problem. This one is what we term as Tower of Hanoi. Okay, this one is the Tower of Hanoi. So you can watch this video, no? Watch this video. Okay, kung unsa na siya ang unsaon pag-solve sa Tower of Hanoi. Okay, 2 minutes lang na siya nga video. Don't worry, I will be sending the video to you later on. Okay, so ang aim ani is ma-transfer ni ang kaning mga tiles na siya tanan sa kani siya nga poste. Na dili pwede matabunan ang mas gamay kaysa dako. Okay, so yung transfer, transfer. Balik-balik ang adto. Antod nga mabalik ni tanan, ma-transfer na ang ari tanan. Okay? So that's the Tower of Hanoi, the transformation problems. The third one is the structure problems. These problems are with words or symbols, series problems in math. It requires sequence or transformation. Example, so you have there 2x plus 3 equals 5. Find the value of x. So 2x equals 5. Ato i-transpose si 3. So may mo siya nga minus 3, di ba? So 2x equals 5 minus 3 is 2. Okay? So x therefore is 1. So this is an example of a structure problems. Not a symbol, not a definite process. Okay. And the last one is the insight problems. So unsa ganitong first common types of problems? We have the
Arrangement problem, sir.
unsa?
Arrangement problem.
Arrangement problems. Next we have the transformation problems. The third one is
Structure.
Structure problem.
structure problems. And the fourth one is the insight problems. Okay, so ang open-ended question, si brain teasers, nga rin nabilong sa insight problems. Okay, nga rin nabilong. So the product of two whole numbers is 96 and their sum is less than 30. What are the possibilities for the two numbers? So your answer could be 4 and 24. Ato i-check. 24 times 4, is it 96? So this is 16, 8, 96, correct. Is 24 plus 4, 24 plus 4 less than 30? Yes. Okay, kaya naman siya diha, the product of two whole number is 96. Okay, then their sum daw is less than 30, so 20 is less than 30. Then we have 6 and 16. So 16 times 6, this is 36. 96, check. 16 plus 6, that's 20. 2 less than 30, check. How about 12 and 8? This is 16, 96, check. 12 plus 8, that's 20, still check. So you have 3 possible answers for this problem. Diba? So this is an example of an open-ended questions. Okay? Una naman natin solution diha. Question so far. Questions? Wala? Last question, wala?
Wala na, sir.
Okay, now let's proceed to the problem-solving strategies or heuristics. This is our third learning outcome, no? Okay, the problem-solving strategies or heuristics na pwede rin yung magamit in solving problems. Okay, so these are just suggestions depending on your convenience, no? Kung asa mo mas komportable mo gamit ani nga strategy or heuristic. The first one is finding a pattern. This is a strategy in which students look for patterns in the data to solve the problem. Example, what should be the next shape? Unsa ka ha?
Triangle.
Triangle, that's correct. How about this one? 4, 4, 2, 5, 4, 5, 4. What should be the next?
5.50.
Okay, that's correct.
5.75.
Yun sa pagkuha, you only?
Add 25.25.
Okay, add 0.25. How about the third one? What should be the next number?
36.
36. How did you get 36?
Squaring counting numbers.
Yes, it's squared lang ang counting number. So that's 1 squared is 1, 2 squared is 4, 3 squared is 9, 4 squared is 16, 5 squared is 25. Therefore, 6 squared is 36. So that's correct. Okay, so that's the first strategy, finding a pattern. Okay, the second strategy is logical reasoning. It is also known as the if and then approach. No, inyo tigamnan no, mugawas sa exam ha. If and then. Okay, so inyo natigamnan ang if and then approach. Okay, it is a conditional statement in which, in solving problems using rational systematic series of steps based on sound mathematical procedures and given statements to conclude. Okay, for example, Dan is Joshua's son and Guy's brother. So igsoon si Dan o si Guy. Margaret is Guy's mother. So si Margaret ti ay is mama ni Guy and Judy's daughter. Which of the following statement is correct? Judy is Dan's mother-in-law. Margaret is Dan's mother. Judy is Joshua's grandmother. Or none of the above.
Margaret is Dan's mother.
Yes, that's correct. Because given naman niya si Dan o si Guy are brother, therefore, si Margaret is also Dan's mother. Okay, how about this one? Some of the months have 30 days. Some months have 31 days. How many months have 30 days?
11, sir.
11. Okay, except February,
February.
28 or 29 days. Nakasunod?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Number 2. Jason wears socks, no, medias of 2 colors, the blue and yellow. Okay, the blue and yellow. He has 20 blue socks and 20 yellow socks in a drawer. Assuming he has to take out the socks in the dark, walay suga, gitni kayo. How many must he take out to be sure that he has a pair of socks?
2.
2? What if mailig first na ko attempt, no? First. Blue ako nakuha. Nya pag
4,
second,
sir. Ako
pag
answer
second
na kay
attempt ay yellow. So dili sila pares.
4 na lang, sir.
4?
Ano naman di
Pwede 3. Kaya ika-third nimo makuha, either blue or yellow, na kay pares.
bitaw.
Di ba? Nakuha?
Yes, sir.
No? So katulo lang mukuha sa drawer si Jason para sigurado nga naa siya pares nga medyas. Can you follow?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So that's logical reasoning. The third one now is guess and check. This is a problem-solving approach that students can use to resolve mathematical problems by predicting the answer and then inspecting that the guess fits the conditions of the problem. Example, Florence and Chris sold 12 show tickets altogether. Florence sold 2 more tickets than Chris. How many tickets did each girl sell? Okay, so solution, what do you need to find? You need to know that there are 12 tickets, nga ilan na baligya, duha. Then you can guess and check to find 2 numbers with the sum of 12. Okay, dapat ang duha ka number nga imong gamiton, mo-add og 12. Nya ang difference is 2. Okay, so plus down nimo si x, plus down nimo si x plus y, 12. Nya kung imo sad i-minus x minus y, dapat 2. Okay, so mangita ka combination nga kung imo i-add equal to 12. Nya kung imo i-minus ang duha, equal to 2. So you can guess. First guess. 8 og 4. 8 plus 4 is 12. Check. How about 8 minus 4? 8 minus 4 is 4. Therefore, dili pwede. Kaya dapat 2 man lang ang difference. Okay? So, laing tag guess. Mag-guess na po ta. Second guess, 7 and 5. 7 plus 5 is 12. How about 7 minus 5? Is it 2? Yes. So therefore, the numbers are 7 and 5. Okay? Next strategy, the fourth one is the divide and conquer. This is, or it is dividing the significant concentrations into small ones and then rule them. So, kung dakuan na kakaayo, let's say for example, naakay, mayroon ko nga rin 1/2, okay, plus 2/3, nya divide na po ko nga rin, o 2/3 minus 1/4, unya over na po na ako diha, no, og 7/8 plus 1/4 times and 1/4 plus 1/2. Okay, answer ani. Di ba? Taas na kaayo. So, divide and conquer meaning, unahon sa nimo solve. Kung ma-solve na nimo, stay put. Tapos, isolve na po nimo. Anakay, answer for example A o si B. Usa pa nimo i-divide si A o si B. Ang answer niya rin, i-divide nimo sa answer niya rin. Ang answer na po diri A, i-multiply na po nimo sa answer diri A. Kuha ba? Kung naa na kay answer sa numerator, no? Na kay answer nga rin sa numerator, nga rin sa taas, as for example, this is E, usa na po nimo i-divide sa answer sa denominator which is F. So imo kitag sa tagsa. Okay? Imo kitag sa tagsa, divide and conquer. Okay? So example. Okay, example. The furniture in a classroom consists of tables and chairs. The teacher is making a seating plan. If 2 students sit, kung duha daw ka estudyante molingkod sa kada table, naay 8 ka estudyante nga dili makalingkod. If 3 daw pud ka students maglingkod sa kada table, napoy 4 ka tables nga dili masudlan. How many students are there in the room? So our solution, so naatay equations, duha ka equations. So let x be the number of tables. So naatay 2x plus 8. Okay? So 2x plus 8 o 3 quantity x minus 4. So ato na i-equate ang duha. Okay? So ato i-equate ang duha, ka-equal man sila. So thus, this will become 3 quantity x minus 4. So this is equal to 3x. Okay? 3x minus 12, kaya ito i-distribute. Okay? Equals 2x plus 8. So 3x, ato ibalin nga rin si 2, so may mo siya minus 2x equals 8. Ang negative 12, ato ibalin sa pikas, may mo siya positive 12. So 3 minus 2, you have x is equal to 20. Okay? So, ato answer karon pila ka students ang naangat to. Ang pangutana, how many students are there in the classroom? So using the equation 2x plus 8, okay? 2 times 20, ato i-replace si x, which is equal to 20 plus 8. So 2 times 20, 40 plus 8. So this is 48 students. Kung ato po di gamiton, so that would be 3x minus 4. Okay? So 3, 20 minus 4, 3, 20 minus 4 is 16, and 16 times 3 is still students. Okay? Nakuha ba, class?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Let's divide and conquer. No? There. 48 students. And second to the last strategy is the working backward. No? Working backward. Kung something working backward, baliktad, no? This strategy entails starting with the results. Nga to ka mag-start sa end and reversing the steps needed to get the results to figure out the answer to the problem. Example, James walked from Baybay to VSU. It took 1 hour and 25 minutes to walk from Baybay to Marcos. Then it took 25 minutes to walk from Marcos to VSU. He arrived in VSU at 2:45 p.m. At what time did he leave Baybay? So to answer this, mag-start ka kung paano siya naabot sa VSU. Okay? So nag-start siya sa 2:45. So we will start nga rin sa 2:45. This is the time that James reached VSU. Tapos nagbaktas man siya 25 minutes. So ang 2:45, okay? Ang 2:45 minusan na to 25 minutes. So mahimo siya nga 2 and 20 p.m. Okay? So ang 2:20 p.m. na pod, ato na po siya minusan og 1 hour and 25 minutes. Mao ni ang time na nagbaktas siya gikan sa Baybay padong sa Marcos. Okay? So ang 220 minus na to 1 hour and 25 minutes. Therefore, our answer here is 12 and 55 minutes. So alas 12:55 sa hapon siya nagsugod og baktas gikan sa bye-bye. Okay? That's it, no? And we have the organizing data. So in organizing data, ulita makakonstruct og list, okay? To the list, to the table, to the chart, or graph. Okay? So again, picture diagram, pwede po chart, table, list, or graph. Example. So tomorrow is the first day of school and Joy is choosing her outfit to wear. She has black and green slacks, 3 blouses, the red flowers and plain, and the 2 sweaters, beige and cream. How many different outfits can she make consisting of 1 pair of slacks, 1 blouse, and 1 sweater? Okay, so 3 blouses. So pwede maglista, no? So una ta sa black na slacks, unya red na blouse, beige na sweater, black, red, cream, black, flowers, beige, black, flowers, cream, black, plaid, beige, black, plaid, cream. Okay, so wala sa black. How about sa green? So ngayon napunta ni green, red, beige. Green, red, cream. Green, flowers, beige. Green, flowers, cream. Green, plaid, beige. Green, plaid, cream. So that kay 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 possible outfits na pwede masuot ni Joy. Okay? And the last one is the act it out. Simple lang. Murag role play ni siya. The same lang siya sa imo siya i-role play. No? So students solve the problem by acting and making themselves the character in the problem. So murag kang nag-role play ani. Okay? So questions?